Hi there, my name is Lisa Dutton, and Stephanie had asked for us to tell about why we're here or tell our story, what's going on with us. So I'm not one to share necessarily, but I'm going to give it a try. I have been fat my whole life, and I guess I've always one of those jolly fat people because I was okay, inside of me. I think every fat person wants to be that skinny person, but it wasn't me, wasn't how it just, wasn't going to happen for me. Anyway, through my life, I've probably tried most diets out there. I've never had any assistance from a doctor to lose weight. When I go into appointments, they would discuss, eating better, and they would print you out about 12 pages of material to read and look at. There was never any guidance or teaching or discussion at all. So, can't blame them. I can only blame myself for what I've done to myself. Anyway, I had got to my lowest weight on my own, which was basically kind of a starvation diet, I guess you would say, it's been about 5 years ago. And it was probably the lowest I'd been since before I'd had children. And I unexpectedly lost my mom. She died in April. It'll be 5 years. And so at that point, it just like everything in my life kind of got blown out of the water. So I started putting back on weight. I have PKD, polycystic kidney disease. My dad has it. My brother has it. My sister has it. I have a niece that has it. My grandfather had it. It's a hereditary family illness. It's terminal. There's nothing you can do, to cure PKD. You just deal with the symptoms of it and hope to maintain your kidney function so that you don't have to go on dialysis or, need a transplant. Transplant's the only cure. My dad's about 15 years on a transplant and does really well. My brother, who's 4 years younger than I am, has been on dialysis for about a year already. My baby sister, who's 8 years younger than I am, already struggles with significant low kidney function. I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a second. It was 4 years ago, I guess this fall, we moved to Kentucky. Tommy and I became empty nesters, and we sold our homes in Illinois. We wanted out of Illinois, and we moved to Kentucky. We moved to a little town called Possum Trot, Kentucky, and our son was off of college. Our daughter was married, and so we were ready for our time. Well, one of the things that we did, we went out and ate all the time. Every meal, we went out and ate. We never ate at home, and my weight just ballooned, like crazy. And anyway, so in that move, I got a new doctor, and I'd been on the same blood pressure medicine, done really well, all these years since my mid-30s. She wanted to change around my medicine. She added another blood pressure medicine, and then she also was pressured me into taking a cholesterol medicine because I was in the danger zone. I wasn't high, it just wasn't at that time low. It was moderate, I guess. Anyway, so I did that. Some things happened. Was not happy with that doctor. At about that time, Tommy became acquainted with Stephanie through, long story short, through Instagram, through a giant bicycle hashtag, because we ride giant bicycles and Stephanie does too. And he began attending her classes, checking out what she was doing, and I became interested in this as well. I've always been very supportive of my husband and anything that he does, and him to me as well. He became allergic several years ago to beef and pork, and we totally cut that out of our diets. And so we thought we were eating healthy by eating fish and chicken and turkey all the time. But anyway, so that's probably been 15 months ago. and he at that point really got serious about it. I was pretty serious. But I would still, I was on the road a lot, back and forth to work. I still worked in Illinois and was commuting back and forth. And I would stop and, hit the fast food restaurants a lot, grab a morning biscuit and, still drinking milk, still having cheese. I had to have cheese. I couldn't let cheese go. My gosh, couldn't let cheese go. Anyway, so COVID hit and I'm pretty much work 100% of the time at home. I go to my office about once a week. I work for a not-for-profit in Southern Illinois. And so in that sense, COVID's been a blessing in my life because I get to work from home instead of commuting back and forth. Anyway, but I'm not hitting the restaurants. I'm not out there, I'm eating whatever's at home. And when I started really listening to what Stephanie was saying about the oils and the whole food plant-based and cutting that out. And here I'm thinking, I've been living on peanut butter for a year thinking I'm doing so great because I wasn't having sausage. Well, peanut butter wasn't really that great for me either. So January 1st, Tommy and I really cranked down on it. And it's not a diet. It is not a fad. We have changed how we eat. We have changed how we cook. We have changed how we shop. We've changed how we travel. Everything has changed, and it's changed for the better. We both feel better. Since about 15 months ago, I'm down about 38 pounds. It's kind of stuck right there at the moment. But since the first of the year, when I got really serious, I'm down 14 of those pounds. So that says a lot. When I changed doctors a year ago, and my blood work came back just tremendously better. So I'm working towards, I want to be off of the cholesterol medicine. I want my blood pressure medicine reduced. I am no longer on the prescription vitamin D because you got me hooked up with the spray vitamin D, and it, for the first time in like 5 years of having low vitamin D, it put me up into the not only just safe range, but high range. And so I just can't even tell how positive this group is. The sharing and the caring and the support. We have that with each other. With each other, we are blessed that way. But as far as like family or people that you work with, nobody is giving up their meat. Nobody's giving up their milk. Nobody's giving up their cheese. And they don't even want to hear about it. They think you're weirdo, for even talking about such things. And so Tommy and I just quietly live our little life of whole food plant-based, but we can talk about it with the group. And Stephanie and John are really encouraging to see them and the classes and learning new recipes. And it's just great. It really is great, the support that we have. I didn't know these people from anybody, and I still don't, other than what I'm just knowing them in the group. And I know that we probably come from a variety of different backgrounds and interests, and probably have maybe not a lot of similarities in general. And none of that gets talked about. The conversations of the worldliness that's out there that tend to get drug into everything is not in this group. This group is about a group of people supporting each other to be healthy. And it is an awesome group. And I have talked for 8 minutes and 55 seconds, and I'm going to stop now.